end of slavery, our population in most states in this country was as high as 30%, 40%, 50%. Now you look at the United States black population, Africans, it's 12 to 17. The Latinos numbers are up. Asians numbers are up. Arabs numbers are up. But black folks, the people who built the country, why are our numbers consistently dwindling? Because the goal for you is not oppression. The goal for you is extermination. The only reason why slavery was ended was to stop your population expansion. Oh, study the abolitionist movement. They taught you in school that the white folks fought against slavery because it was wrong. Hell to the no. White folks fought against slavery because they knew if they didn't stop it, this country would be overrun by blacks. That's why slavery ended, and it had nothing to do with nothing but nothing. So in the 1920s, Margaret Sanger of the American Eugenics Society started a program called
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood. The original name of Planned Parenthood was the Negro Project. If you don't believe me, do your research. The original name of Planned Parenthood was the Negro Project. To do what, according to that racist?
Exterminate.
Reduce the population of the unwanted blacks in this country.
Wake up, black people!
75% of all Planned Parenthood abortion clinics in America today are less than 10 miles from predominantly black inner cities. Now some of y'all going to say, well, white women get abortions and other women get abortions. You're right, but nobody gets as many as you. The Hispanics are taking over. No, black people who speak Spanish are taking the hell over. And the only reason why their numbers is getting bigger than yours is because we've assassinated, we've murdered, we've killed in womb nearly 3 million babies since 1970. I'm not dealing with morals right now. I'm dealing with the political agenda. So I don't want anybody dipping your head. You participated in that. I'm not judging you. I just want you to see the agenda. Nobody in here perfect. What did Christ say? Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Abortion. Which is interesting because we talk about the gay bangers killing each other. We talk about black and black homicide. No. Another brother got shot, another brother got shot. We should be concerned about that. Fratricide, self-inflicted genocide. But we never talk about the kids who get shot with their needle before they even come into the world. In fact, some people argue that we've killed more African children with abortion than we could ever do with a gun. See, abortion isn't secret, it's confidential.
Illegal.
It's just like suicide. Are you aware that the suicide rate for black males has went up 800% since 1980? Black men are killing themselves like crazy, and black women ain't too far behind. Black women, listen to me, black women. I understand you strong, and I know you've been holding down the neighborhood. I understand all that. But as a therapist, I want you to understand something. You are a representation of God, but you are not God. And you, like everybody else, need a damn break every once in a while. And if you don't take your break, black woman, your brain will take its own break. It's called a nervous breakdown. Black women, you're the only woman in America who's not allowed to be weak. You're the only woman in America who's not allowed to be vulnerable. You're the only woman in America who's not allowed to say, I'm tired of doing this by myself. I would like a man to lean on every once in a while. You're the only woman in America who's not allowed to say that say that? Because the sisterhood will get you. And all you black women know what I'm talking about. You be like, you know what? I'm interested in that brother over there. I think I'm going to go. No, you won't. We strong. If he don't see you, keep on going. You don't need no man for nothing. And then some of y'all go to college and get a whole bunch of master's degrees and doctorate degrees, and instead of marrying a man, you marry your education. And then when you meet a real man, it don't work because he's in a polygamous arrangement. You, him, and your other man, your degree on the wall. I don't care how many degrees you got, you still want affection. You still want that intimacy. We all need it. Ain't nobody in here who that good, that strong, that you don't need the other side. In fact, God engineered us to need the complementarity opposite.
Thank you.
No man can be without his queen. No woman can be without her king. So whenever you see a sick, deranged black man or woman talking about, I don't need nobody, you know they need them more than everybody else. Smoking 20 packs of cigarettes a day, I don't need nobody. 20 pints of ice cream a night, I don't need nobody. Spend their whole paycheck so when they get it shopping, I'm okay. And your ass going broke because you're lonely and don't want to admit it. If I'm lying, tell me. You can never be whole without your other half. You just got to make sure you find the right one. Because some of us crazy. And you got to make sure you don't get caught up with a crazy. You got spiritual empires in Akron. People who look normal, but they sick as hell. And they will flirt with you, and they will date you, and court you, and the next thing you know, y'all in court. Take your time choosing that other person.
Talk about that.
Understand, as above, so below.
As above, so below.
We couldn't have all the chaos in the black community if we didn't have it in the home. And we wouldn't have all the chaos in the home if we didn't have it in ourselves. Two psychologically unhappy people getting married is a marriage made in hell. I don't care if they both go to church, stay sick. I don't care if they both go to the mosque, stay sick. I don't care if they both red, black, and green revolutionary, they sick as hell. That's why when we built the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, we got to teach the boys how to treat the women all over us. I go to the supermarket. When I was growing up, we would hold the door open. We didn't have to know the woman. We would hold the door open till the last one walked through. Damn that today. He would let that door hit grandma, bow. I remember there was a time if a woman had on a skirt, she would cross her legs. Not now, they swagless. They're coming in like this, boom, boom. just want a GED. With a GED, she can still cook and want to cook. GED, she ain't got a problem raising our children. GED, if I get into a scuffle in the hood, she'll box with me. GED, GED, GED. Brothers and sisters, Ebola was created along with AIDS as population control weapons. The creation of AIDS coincided with the Global 2000 campaign. It was a presidential executive order, I believe, was signed by President Jimmy Carter, do your research, that sought to reduce the world of African people by 50% by the year 2000.
Wake up, black people.
AIDS came to us in the 70s. On purpose, it was by design. But when the year 2000 came, the population control junkies said it's not working fast enough. It's working, but it's not working fast enough. Do you know why? Because black women are having babies faster than we can kill them. I'm giving you the strategy. AIDS was supposed to reduce our numbers, but for everybody that killed with AIDS, another baby come. Another baby come. So then they remixed abortion and made it even stronger now. And now they pay black women to get hysterectomies. In Africa, I was there. In South Africa, I saw the billboard driving to the airport in Johannesburg, $500 US for voluntary hysterectomy. Get your whole reproductive system taken out. And what they do in Africa, in Latin America, in the Caribbean, is they make our sisters feel guilty about even getting pregnant because you know you can't take care of them. And then they came up with Ebola, worse than AIDS. With Ebola, it liquefies your internal organs. Could you imagine that? Your heart just turned to liquid and runs out of you like diarrhea. Your kidney, your liver, your spleen. But Ebola was just for Africa. AIDS was for everybody. But because the AIDS rate ain't working fast enough here, even though it's working, and abortion is working good, but not fast enough. They said, we have to bring that Ebola to America now. And that's what they're working on now. This is all about zero population growth. What is zero population growth? It means the minute one more black person dies in Akron every year than is born, we can predict the date with mathematical precision as to when we'll never have to see another black face in Akron again. In other words, let's say for the year 2014, when it's all over, let's say we had 500 new African babies born in Akron. 500, hypothetically. Then they look at the death toll. How many black people, how many abortions, how many homicides, how many suicides? How many AIDS deaths? So black babies, 500 new ones, right? Then they look at the death rate. The death rate was 501. Do you know what just happened? They just hit zero population growth. Because you had more deaths than you had births. And once you have more deaths than you have births, you can add, based on the population, what is the exact date. If we keep this steady, then we'll get rid of all of them. This ain't no joke, brothers and sisters. You can do your research. In fact, there's 2 good books you want to read. If you want to do some more research, I'm going to give you 2 books. One from a brother, one from another.